Hello. So yeah, I have this game. This one. It is a text game. It's like a choose your own adventure book. Um, I asked Claude yesterday if it was if it had any mods to add audio to it. It doesn't. What we wound up doing was making a mod that uses like AI and a text to speech thing that's free that has like 900 voices. Um, to make a mod that makes that work. So this is it. It's on GitHub. There's a README. There's installation instructions. These are my notes. There's a lot of them where I like went back and forth with the AI over like different parts of this. And some ideas on what to do next. How to enhance it even further. But it basically works now. So hang on. So it's really easy to run now. You just hit this and it loads all the bits it needs. So it's launching the game for me now. There's the game, and in a second it will launch what do you call it? The injector. It found it. It's ready. This window's other window's closed and I've only got two. Yeah, so this game is basically like a web page. A load of web pages within like an exe file. So you don't have a browser, you can't right click. It's really locked down, but it does have like a developer menu, and you can enable that in the Steam launch options, which is here. And then the program is able to inject this into it. This is what's going to be playing the voice. The AI is running in the background, like a local AI, so it's something I've just got installed on my PC. It would work even if the internet wasn't connected. So now, if I go to menu.
Vampire, The Masquerade.
There we go.
Night Road. By Kyle Markey. Need help? Email us at support@nitroad@choiceofgames.com.
There we go. So I'm going to restart the game. I haven't tested this yet. I've just done the same page of dialogue over and over again. That voice was the narrator's voice. I picked that. That will always stay as the narrator's voice. Any other voices in the game will have its own unique voice, and it will remember them for that person. Right, restart the game. We're gonna talk here or not?
Start over from the beginning?
There we go. There's a little bit of lag sometimes. I don't know why.
Vampire, The Masquerade. Night Road. By Kyle Markey. Arizona, I-10 heading west. Night of November 1. Sunrise, 6:41 a.m. You're getting ready to pass a diesel Mercedes when the shifter goes all loose. You jiggle the stick and pump the clutch, but it's like holding a dead man's hand. Your old Honda drifts off the highway in a cloud of sand and grit. A moment later the engine stalls. You pop the hood and fumble around in the back for a flashlight. Then you realize that it's getting light out. You can feel that this poor car, your companion for 10 lonely years, is finished. And if you're still out here when the desert sun rises, so are you.
Alright, so the narrator sounds a little bit less cool than he did in the other one, so I might have to change that up. That's good. Good information, but it's reading everything really nice. I want to find... So I'm going to do this for a little bit. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'm just going to sort of test this out and just see what needs changing.
Cars fall apart. So do people. So do phones. You pull out your old iPhone and check the time in the cracked screen, 6:05 a.m. Unlike your poor Honda or the tattered air freshener hanging from your mirror, which used to hide the smell of dried blood, you'll last forever. If you can find somewhere to hide before 6:41 a.m. You've been making these curry, or runs for 10 years, each year making less than the last, hiding in trunks and storage units during the day, racing down the desert highways at night with messages and parcels on your passenger seat. It's been boring. Felt like getting old, trapped in this body that can never age. Well, you're not bored now. You're even breathing again. Short, frightened little breaths as you watch the sky lighten in the east. Nerves you thought extinguished years ago fire up again, making your hands shake. You feel almost alive as you check under the hood. The cable clutch is fucked. No surprise there. Maintenance hasn't been a possibility, let alone a priority. And when you look at the engine, you realize the problems run deeper than one busted cable. You've been ignoring the warning signs, like an old man who keeps coughing and won't go to the doctor, and the engine looks like you're going to look in exactly. You check your phone again. 16 minutes. Maybe there's still time. You look around at the dusty highway, the wasteland that stretches out to the black horizon in every direction, and try to recall your mortal life. Something you learned when you still drew breath must have the power to save you here.
Okay, so you will notice that it's a bit robotic at points. It's a bit jarring. Doesn't really phrase things properly or have the right, like, intonation. That's okay. That's as good as it's going to get for now. Version 2, which I don't even know, I'm going to maybe be outsourcing the AI processing of dialogue to some company like 11 Labs or something where they do it really well. But we'll see. We'll see. For now, this is good enough for me. Right, so I am in a desert, a vampire, and the sun's going to come up. I think I want a stat check indicator.
Storyteller mode tells you which attributes and skills are used in a check. This makes the game easier and also simulates the experience of the vampire. The Masquerade tabletop game, where the storyteller explains what stats you will check. Storyteller mode only notes the relevant stats, not modifiers due to equipment, previous checks, and distraction caused by your terrible hunger. You can turn off storyteller mode in the stats page. You look around at the dusty highway, the wasteland that stretches out to the black horizon in every direction, and try to recall your mortal life. Something you learned when you still drew breath must have the power to save you here. There are lots of maps in the glove compartment, and though your data connection out here is terrible, you don't use GPS because you don't want to be tracked. You just need to see the maps. From them, you might be able to cobble together a picture of where you are and figure out which way to run. In your life.
I think I should be a computer nerd.
You dig around in the glove compartment, finding only a few maps and an expired Cliff Bar to give you the appearance of life. Then you check under the seat, a broken folding knife, a Michigan ID of someone who looks sort of like you, some ninja rocks for breaking car windows, a rusty Leatherman. Worthless. But if there's one thing you learned getting into trouble as a kid, it was when to walk away. The situation is fucked, and your car is now a death trap. Rather than wait to burn, you grab the satchel with your deliveries and head away from the highway, looking for anything that might save you from destruction. An old mine shaft, an abandoned shack, anything. The stars to the east are gone, replaced by a blue-purple haze. It's 6:30 a.m. You remember the last time you saw the sun? You were out of college and looking for work, spending all day on your laptop or making calls. You had a job at a call center, another job at an Olive Garden, and you did some design work, but you were drowning in debt, desperate to put all your education to work. You remember your last day well. You drove to your call center job, found it boarded up and a bunch of confused assholes just like you standing around outside, not knowing what to do. It was around 6, so you watched the sunset illuminate the grimy low-rises and the cash for gold signs before shrugging and getting back in your car. It wouldn't start. So you got out and started wandering around with your phone up, looking for a signal. And that's when a shadow detached itself from beneath your car. When you rose again, burning with hunger and sticky with your own blood, your killer did not call you kindred or Cainite or vampire. First you learned about your clan, your lineage. A bloodline that existed since before history, before all cities except one. Clans Ventru, Toreador, Gangrel, Bruja, and Banu Hakim are available at no additional charge. Clan Tremere and the clanless Kate, if are available as part of the usurpers and outcasts in that purchase. Clans Hekata, Ravnos, Losombra, Nosferatu, and the Ministry are available as part of the secrets and shadows in that purchase. Your killer said you belong to.
What clan should I be? I don't have that. I need to pay for that. Um, I think Toreador.
The elegant and sophisticated aesthetes would prefer you didn't call them degenerates. Obsessed with beauty, the vampires of Clan Toreador can seem almost alive when their passions move them. Disciplines, aspects, celerity, presence. Supernaturally keen senses, and a beguiling aura let the aesthetes thrive among high culture. When things go wrong, unnatural speed helps them escape. Clan weakness, distracted. Toreador are so obsessed with beauty that it can endanger them. Your sire, who called herself Despine, said she'd been a flapper in a gangster's mall back in the roaring 20s in Chicago. Later you learned that she'd been born in 1924, seventh daughter of a black sharecropper, and embraced after World War II by a former conquistador-turned-surrealist artist. Except her sire was actually the son of a Cornish miner, embraced accidentally at the World's Fair in 1886. So it went with Clan Toreador. Their lies, tales, and legends were beautiful embellishments to hide the ugly truth of eternal life, the constant hunt for blood, power, and shelter from the sun. And for the Toreador especially, among the children of Cain, a desperate hunt for companionship and connection. Your sire had discipline and ambition. She dreamed of founding an endless symposium of the night. Not just an Elysium. A place where Cainites could gather safe from both mortal eyes and the violence of their own kind. But a place where vampires could reawaken their long, dead creative and aesthetic impulses. Despine was a visionary. You were a small part of her vision. She abandoned you in the end as a flawed creation, but before that you were.
Right, I think that'll do it for now. Yeah, thanks for watching.